Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is going to teach you how I contour and I highlight, and I'm going to show you high-end products as well as drugstore alternatives. So if this is something that you've always been wanting to learn, please watch and learn. Alright guys, so first what you're going to want to do is pick a foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is Makeup Forever, and it's their HD foundation, and I'm going to mix a little of 115 and 155 to get the color that is closest to me. A lot of the times when you go and pick a foundation, you're not just going to pick one, you're going to need two, and you're going to need to mix them. Usually you're not just going to match up with one of them. If you want a drugstore alternative, you can use L'Oreal True Match. I love this stuff. I use this in most of my videos, so that gives you guys a little bit of an idea. And then I'm just going to take a flat brush like this. This is the best thing to do when it comes to doing foundation. You want something that is really going to get it in there. And you can press like that if you want to just really get it into your pores. Okay, another thing I wanted to say is before I put my foundation on, I've already applied my Professional from Benefit, and you can get this at Ulta. If you're looking for a drugstore alternative, I think they have L'Oreal Miracle Blur. I feel like that's a primer, but I haven't used that. I'm like stuck on this. This stuff isn't cheap, but I mean, stuff that's really worth it usually isn't very cheap. But I do, like I said, I have a lot of drugstore alternatives, so that's one that I would suggest if you are looking for a primer. Also, the reason you use a primer is because if you go and you put your foundation on and you have like a lot of open pores, which people do around here, it opens your pores more because you see that foundation sitting inside your pores. But when you fill your pores with the primer, then your foundation sits on top of that and just makes your face look way more smooth. Alright, so next I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I just squirt it in here because it's in a glass jar, and the glass thing has broke on me twice now, and then I lost a bunch of product and I was really upset. But with this one, I just like to stick it where I really need the coverage. And to be honest with you, I've tried so many concealers and this is the only one that really makes a difference for me. So I'm not going to even bother offering up a drugstore concealer. So next is the fun part. I was actually looking for my MAC highlighter in Light Boost, but I cannot find it, so either I lost it or somebody stole it. But I'm going to hope that I just misplaced it and I will find it. But anyways, this is another one that I use all the time. This is a drugstore alternative. It's Maybelline's Age Rewind, and this one is in Light Pale. And what you want to do when you're using a highlighter is you want to use something that's a couple shades lighter than what your foundation is, so that you can make sure that it stands out. And this has a little rubber thing on the top, and you just screw it, turn it, and then I'm going to show you all the places that you're going to highlight your face. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a triangle going up right underneath here, and you can even take it all the way back. It just depends how dramatic you're wanting your contour or your highlight to be. But under your eyes, you always want it to be brighter because that's where it's normally dark. Then another place you can do is right down the bridge of your nose, because you're trying to slenderize your nose. If your nose is already pretty slim, then just skip this step. Then for larger foreheads, what you want to do is you just want to have, like right here, draw a triangle right here connecting to the one that's on the bridge of your nose, because you want, when the light hits it, it's going to emphasize that part. So it's just going to emphasize this little part of your forehead, not the rest of your forehead. Then I like to do my chin, And I just put a couple dabs right in the center. I don't put it on my whole chin. You just want the light right exactly where the light hits it. Then right here on your Cupid's bow. Okay? And then with highlighter, I usually just like to let it just sit for a little bit. Okay, and then what you can do is you can use a darker concealer, or you can use a darker foundation and contour with that and then blend it all. But this is just the way that I normally do it, so I'm just showing you guys how to do that. So next what you're going to do is you're going to want to blend all of this in. And I don't want to use like a brush. I just try to use my finger when it comes to underneath my eyes. I just try to use my ring finger, and you just want to pat out the lines because you want them to be really blended into your face. You do not want to see lines. That is not okay when it comes to contouring. So yeah, it takes more time. I mean, that's like the main thing when it comes to makeup, is how much time are you willing to take to make it look flawless? Because a lot of time people want that look, but they don't want to take the time to do it. And it's not easy. Alright guys, so this, as you can see, it's very shiny. Like, you see where everything is. You want it to be matte. So what I'm going to use is my MAC Mineral Skin Finish in Medium Plus. And this is just a lighter powder. It's not that light. There's a lot of girls that use like white under here, but I don't like that. It doesn't look natural to me at all. So I'm going to use this. Another alternative would be Neutrogena's Shine Control Powder. It's pretty close. I mean, this is more towards like my skin color. That's why I say like I'd rather use this because it looks more natural. But this is for any skin tone. It doesn't even show a color unless of course you're like packing it on. But this is just supposed to be just, you know, just to highlight that area. But not necessarily bring a highlight, just more like neutralize the shine. It's just like any other blotting powder that you would use throughout the day. So for this, I like to use a blending brush. And I'm going to use the mirror on this because that one doesn't have a mirror. So that's the other nice thing about this Neutrogena one. Alright, so next you're going to contour, and I'm going to be using the TwoFaced Chocolate Soleil in Medium Deep. It's just a matte bronzer, and it smells like cocoa, because I guess there's like cocoa powder in it. I don't know. A drugstore alternative would be L'Oreal True Match Powder in C8, which is cocoa as well. And let's see the comparison. It's actually a lot darker. This one's more natural looking. This one's more for like if you're going out at night. This is what I use. Or just if you want a stronger contour. So to apply this, I'm going to use this Echo Tools brush. And it's all about the brushes when it comes to contouring. So I got this one from Ulta, and as you can tell, it's kind of more, it's thinner. Depending on which way you're turning it, but you wouldn't want to use a brush like this to contour because you're just going to get a huge line, whereas with this you can kind of just use the edge to like etch out where you like it, and then you just blend it that way. So when you contour, what I like to do is I don't just stick the brush like flat in there and rub it around. I just do like the one side of it and then tap off the excess. And then you just you want to angle it. Like the whole point is you're trying to give yourself a facelift for free. So you're going to always go up. You're never just going to go straight back. You're going to go up. And this is the area that you want it to be the heaviest. You do not want it to be heavy up here, just back here. And right here, you kind of want to pull it up to like your, I guess where your eyebrow ends. And you want this to kind of form like sort of a triangle. But you don't want to be able to see that there's a triangle. So you just want to keep blending it. And you don't want to like stop here. You want to blend it back into your hairline. And the whole point of this and applying it in this place is because you're applying it right below your cheekbones. So it slenderizes the face. Because it makes it look like your cheekbones are more prominent than they really are. Okay, and then once I've done that, I like to take the edge of it and kind of work it towards the front. So you're coming from back here and moving more towards the front, but not completely the apples of your cheek, just a little closer, and just blend. Okay, and then another place you're going to do, just hit the edge with it like I said, and you're going to do right up here on your forehead. Because any place that you're contouring, you're making it not look so so wide. So you're going to do right here around your hairline, and then you're going to hit right here on like where your eyebrow starts to arch, this outer part. You're going to do this whole section right here. So you're going to kind of make like a rainbow shape on your forehead. So right here, and then right here, and then you're going to go around and do the same thing to the other side. And then I also like to do my my jawline, because see, if I was to give myself a facelift, I don't know, it looks a lot better. So if you have a double chin, or you just want your face to look more chiseled, this is another suggestion. So you want to hit where your jaw is, and you just want to go right here, because you just want to darken that. And then another thing is you don't want to line here, so always make sure you go like this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And blend it down. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, but first I want to show you guys, if you do want to get more of like, let me show you first. Okay, let me show you something else, sorry. First you're going to use your foundation brush, because you don't want any lines. So you're kind of using what's left over on your foundation. You're not getting more foundation, you're just using what's left over. And you're just going to blend the lines out, any lines. So don't go over the contour, you're just going over the edges of the contour. And just blending. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with a blending brush if you want it to be more dramatic, and you can use that darker a darker shade for this, or you can use the same one, and you're gonna kind of chisel it out more, so it's gonna pop out more. And you're only gonna do this to about like this area right here. So at first you want to start off and you want to keep it back here, and then you can bring it to about here. But remember, you're always going up. And you're not just doing like a straight line. Like you can do that at first, but I'm really not. I'm making like little circles when I do it. So only go to like the corner of your eye. You don't want to bring it any closer than that. And just blend that out. And to blend, you just constantly, like I said, you just do little circles. So you can see, I mean, look how like flat this side looks compared to this. It makes a difference, guys. Like I'm telling you, it makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, so now I'm gonna go do the other side. Okay guys, so next thing you're gonna do, if you have a problem with your nose, you think your nose is too fat, I honestly don't have a problem with my nose. I like my nose, but and I like never contour it. But if you want to contour it to make it look slimmer, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your contouring powder, and I'm using a brush. You want to use a really thin brush, because if you do use a bigger brush, it just does not look right. Like you want the lines to be very slim. So you're going to use a flat brush like this, but a very thin. You might even want to use one thinner than this, but I just grabbed like whatever brush I could find really quick. And you only want to use a little product when it comes to contouring, highlighting, whatever. Use a little and then build upon it if you feel like you want your lines to be stronger. So what you're going to do is, you know, you have the bridge of your nose right down the center, and you're going to go down the middle of it, or down the sides of it. So go right down the sides of the bridge of your nose. Just down the sides. And this is a cool way to kind of shape like the nose that you want, because it's kind of like giving yourself a nose job. This is not something that I prefer to do every day. So right along the sides, not on the top, just on the sides. And you're going to want to bring it right into here and attach it to your eyebrow, because that gives it the most natural look. And then when it comes towards the tip, you want to keep bringing it down. And then all the way to the tip of your nose. So if you want to make it look slimmer, then bring the contour closer together. But this works for me. And this is something you have to be like super careful with. And then just do the tip. Because like I said, this is where you're creating shadow. But make sure to bring it up into your eyebrow. Just right here, just right next to it. On the side of your nose, attach it to your eyebrow. At least this is where your eyebrow should end, but if it doesn't, then hey, you'll figure it out. And the tip. And you're going to go back over with highlighter and stuff like that. Alright, so now you can see the lines, and that's something that you do not want to see. So you're going to take a blending brush and you're just going to lightly blend over them, because you're not trying to move them. Don't move them down, don't move them on top. You're just going back over where that's at. Alright, so the next step is blush. I always use blush. I love blush. It makes such a difference. It makes your face look warmer and just healthier. So I'm going to use MAC's Flower Power. And if you want, you can use BH Cosmetics has really awesome blushes. I got like a blush set from Coastal Scents. It was only like $10, so go on coastalscents.com and look. It's like a blush. It's got like about 6 or 8 blushes in it. It's awesome for the price. Like, it's the bomb, and there's really not a huge difference between that and like matte blushes. It really does look nice. So you can use a matte one like this, or if you don't want to go back in and highlight, you just want it kind of all at once, I like to use this MAC Warm Soul. This is probably the one that I use majority of the time. I'm just trying to keep this more of like a matte look, and I'm trying to show you guys how I highlight too. But if I'm trying to take like the highlight and blush down to just one step, I'll use this because it has a lot of like the shimmer in it. It's really, really pretty. And then an alternative to this would be Milani has these baked blushes. I have some of them, and they're really, really nice. So I also use those as well. But like I said, I'm going to use this one. I don't have my blush brush on me, so I'm just going to use my contour one. And you're just going to take it lightly, and you're just going to dust the apples of your cheeks. And you can already see like how that adds warmth. And you don't want to see like blush and then contour. You want it to kind of just like connect right here. That's the whole thing. Like, you want it all to blend. It's so hard to tell because I have like different lighting on that side than this side. So it's like, is it the same? Yeah, it is. Okay. Then I'm going to go back with my foundation brush and blend it. Like, you want this to just look as natural and seamless as possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to take it And you want it all where you kind of put your highlighter. Some people put it like straight under here, like if they have a highlight powder, they'll just put it all under there. That's like too much. I like to put it right above where you did your blush and your contour, just like right up here. And like I said, always go up. And I kind of draw like from the edge of my eyebrow to about here, just a C shape. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll go in with my finger and I just tap it out, tap it out, tap it out, blend it, blend it, blend it. What you're going to put it is right down the bridge of your nose. And I don't put it up on my forehead because you don't want your forehead to be glistening. You want your forehead to be as matte as possible. So I just put it right there. And you can see like my nose just looks so much thinner and just more defined. Then another place I'm going to put it is on my cupid's bow, which is right there. Because not like down the whole thing, but just right here on the tip of my lips, because it makes your lips appear fuller. But the look is complete, so hopefully you guys like this video. Please feel free to share it, because the more people that see this video, the more people that it helps. I know that you all have somebody in your life that does not know how to contour and highlight, and maybe they feel like, you know, they look a little chunky at times, and this is something that really can slenderize your face. You have no idea how much makeup can do wonders. So please share this video, please like it, please subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube channel, please create one, and then that way you can see every single time that I upload a video, because it will notify you. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.